Hi Cancer, if you want to come on in for some symbolic support, here's your scroll made in your name and essence. Thank you for being my muse. And I'm going to dig in here to explore your aura. Let's see what shapes or symbols stand out. And we'll add on some tarot and oracle in a moment. Cancers. I'm seeing one of those hats. Excuse me, I'm chilly. I think there's like a character and there's like a propeller on the top of the hat. It's like I'm being more playful at home, playful in the boundaries that I've built for my life. Really starting to enjoy the fruits of my labor. I'm also seeing a game piece. I think it's from the game Pop-O-Matic Bubble, but it's like the little pieces that go in, not the bubble, but the Pop-O-Matic Bubble. Interesting. I'm also seeing somebody might live in the Asias or be really attracted to the culture. And this brings me balance. So maybe there's a modality, or maybe it's like Reiki or something along that lines. Maybe it's food. But there's something that helps me balance as a Cancer is how I'm feeling. And thank you for allowing me to be a guest in your aura as well. Something is Cancers, like right at the mouth. I don't know if you've been speaking very clearly of what will make you happier in your environments, work, personal, professional, this, that, or the other, or you've been keeping quiet. Something about a temple is coming through, and there might be something going on in some Cancers' third eye space to the crown. What is that? Okay, so it's a scorpion that I'm seeing that is up in this space, and it's from the third eye to the crown. So there might be a death to some degree. Maybe there was actually a death around you, but you're sensing a spirit around you. You're sensing the person's energy around you. And then for others, there's a death of some sort of intuitive nature. This isn't a bad thing. It feels like an upgrade in order for old limitations of perception in the psyche senses. There's being an upgrade, if I may, or maybe you're receiving a lot of downloads through this temple feeling, and that means like an embalming process. And maybe this is very symbolic in nature. So if there's something in the psyche or the psychology, in any of that sensory kind of field, there might be a portion of the Cancer collective that is like mummifying in honor of what was. Maybe it's a thought, idea, interaction, interconnection. And through this process, if you feel like you've been going through like a death-like process in that regards, suddenly through that very caring connection of this, because I'm in a temple, but it's pyramid shaped, and there's something very important going on as I'm mummifying something or allowing something to go, because the rebirth will be full of rewards. So there might be some Cancers that are really enhancing their eyesight, ethereal kind of eyesight, or their ethereal senses, if that resonates. For others, I feel like you've reached that point, and now it's almost like a justice. How am I going to use this knowledge like a judge, or maybe people come to you for things, but there's open arms. But I'm not sure if some of you are speaking this. Yet. Somebody's giving you a kiss. And a kiss. When I see the Pop-O-Matic bubble, the game, which is really, is it trouble? Maybe it's trouble with the Pop-O-Matic bubble. Okay. So when I wander down that rabbit hole in the stories that I've just stepped forward in the auric field, Cancers, thank you. If anyone feels like they're in trouble in this balance, maybe of being, earthly and ethereal, a spirit and a self, this, that, or the other, this scorpion comes in again, and now the tail of the scorpion went from, third eye to crown, and then it went down to the mouth. And it's almost as if maybe someone's words were a little pinch, and may have gotten you in trouble, but then I'm also seeing it like a sweet kiss, like something like stung by the love bug type thing. And maybe there's been a history, I don't know. And this could also be professional, of course. Maybe a job offer, and you're like, I don't know. I've been stung before by the industry type thing. Wow, there's a lot coming through. I'm going to keep going, Cancers, if I may. Yes, I feel like there might have been a train of thought I forgot, but if it's pertinent for me to come back, otherwise I hope it holds meaning for you. Sorry, thank you. In the Pop-O-Matic bubble, trouble. Like maybe trouble deciding which way, this, that, or the other. But it's like the seed of the trouble, the potential trouble. Maybe it's something's troubling you. Maybe somebody said something that's troubling you. Or there's a decision you have to make that you're like, I don't want to make this decision type thing. I feel like it does hold some sort of sacredness, like not the decision you'll come to necessarily, but the honoring of feeling it and, wrapping it up, cleaning it, the whole kind of mummifying, embalming process is sacred. Like the analytical process is sacred. I can't help but express, Cancers, that there's just like open arms to you from the spirit realm. Open arms to you. I'm going to come on down a little bit more. I'm seeing a dunk tank. Like if you're to throw the ball, I'm seeing a dunk tank. Somebody or a portion of the collective really might be going through something that troubles them, or a state of grief if there was a loss with the Scorpio. Maybe you're just dealing with the Scorpio, and the relationship ended, and it is a loss. But you kind of got dunked really quickly about it, or you were the dunker. You're the one throwing the ball. But I'm seeing 2 containers in this dunk tank, even though it's of one. So there's something reminding me that a pairing of the partnership is, or of the interactions, is wise perception. Okay, so I'm also seeing an opportunity that through this reflection, through this mummifying, and whatever channel it may be, and it's like suddenly it opens up, and you can walk through, almost like it's not a curtain, but it's kind of like you're looking at something, Cancers, and as you're going through this process, by going through the process earnestly, honestly, and responsibly, and that's just how it feels, but really honoring it, something opens up. And then even though I've been looking at the same thing the whole time, whatever the situation is, whatever this may be, and then suddenly I can, and I can scooch off and take this possibility. I'm seeing somebody fixing the roof. Now, I don't know if this is a roof of a home. Maybe they're painting their house, like you might be in a rebuild portion now if you already resonate with the embalming and the death of something or the loss, and beginning to work from like the crown down in this healing or reflection state. But I see someone like painting or something with the roof. I don't know if this is an actual roof or symbolically speaking of the higher chakras from the throat up. I'm going to start adding on some oracle or tarot because that's how it's coming through, Cancers. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for scrying with me, and may this story be soothing and hold some sort of message for you. I'm seeing chess pieces. They are, I don't know all the chess pieces, but I believe they are of the horsey ones. So some chariot vibes, but these are holding up the painter. Maybe you're moving. There might be some Cancers that are moving. These are all upside down. A new dwelling. Specifically, the word dwelling came through. Thank you. We'll take these. Okay. So we've got the moon here, 6 of Pentacles, and the Fool. Give me 2 shakes, and I'm going to take these in for a moment. Okay. So the moon is bringing me back up to the temple of sorts, the pyramid, the scorpion. The Scorpio vibes bring me into the Fool. And that's only in relation to the symbol that's holding me into the death and rebirth of something, this new beginning. It might be in regards to a house. It might be in regards to a new job. Those channels are personal, of course. If you're new to me, it is what it is. You choose those channels. The 6 of Pentacles is making me feel like in that letting go of this loss and honoring the process of it gives you space to plant new seeds, and following this like very intuitively. We're going to keep going here. I'm going to flip it to when it is well, because I feel like there's, okay, those chess pieces I was talking about that were like horsies could also be the like wolf, something in there. 7 of Wands and 3 of Pentacles, and the Hermit with the 6 of Wands. Okay, give me 2 shakes here. Okay, see how in this 3 of Pentacles there's a reaching up, and that was like seeing the painter of this house. You might be moving in with friends, or maybe you have roommates. Maybe you want company. Maybe just simply company's coming over. But there was a time where you were not interested in that. I feel like something was taken from me. Something was taken from me. And I don't know if this was a concept I had, a belief, something I believed in somebody. And I'm almost in disbelief. Whether they actually passed and crossed over to somebody blaming me for something. And then I'm back in the dunk tank. But I'm now the donkey versus the dunker. Six of Wands to the Hermit. This inspired, the Hermit reminds me of the embalming or the mummifying. This going internal, going into my house, my holistic house, and reflecting upon things. Three of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Have fun. I'm seeing that thing again on top of that hat. I don't know if it's like the kid's name is Scooter or something like that. Six of Wands. I do feel like there was something that passed. Something that passed. A grieving of something, whatever it may be. Okay, I'm going to carry on here, Cancers. You are your own illumination, I hear, through the process. Something about the process of how you wander through it. Will bring you into your, back to the light, towards the light. This, something about like a fluorescent lighting, and you're not looking for fluorescent lighting. You're not looking for a false sense of light. You're okay being introspective as you're going through this process in whatever context it may be in. But when there's a light, when there's an illumination that's authentic, you will know that the Fool, a new beginning, some sort of new adventure. Give me one moment here, Cancers. I'm seeing a star. I think it's Star Trek or Star Wars. It's one of the star shows, and like these flying machine things, but they look very specific. Like something in the middle, like I guess something you would imagine from space, and it's like docking in or coming down to a crest of a team you're on, Cancers. I don't know if this is like Team Cancer as a collective that I'm within. Something is landed, something is grounding. And by doing this, it feels well when I'm in the Cancer collective. But is there a portion that feels there's still a threat of some sort? Because I'm still going through it. Okay, we're adding on. I'm still going through it. Somebody might have like a frenemy close by if it's not your own, self-saboteur or mindset. I feel like I'm being pulled in two directions, Cancers. And there's other people, places or things, entities or energies that are kind of pulling at me. No, come this way. No, come that way. I don't know if part of the Cancer collective feels like they have to choose sides in regards to something. Choosing a side. Okay, it's bringing me back to the house or to the home, and I'm seeing the one done taken two. There might be some where there's a divorce or separation going on, and you have to choose. Maybe I am a child of sorts, or simply I am aware. I don't want to project that out to make some sort of choice. To my children, to my next of kin, as I'm on this new beginning due to the separation, due to, this loss of the home thus far I've known. Good, bad, or ugly, I will honor it and honor myself as I move forward. Releasing allegiances. So there could be, in that grief, yeah, the grief might have been a marriage or a relationship, and receiving. This is that within oneself. The releasing allegiances, yeah, it feels, I feel very vulnerable here. But in that reference, and I don't mean it to be so, you know, if it's triggering for anyone, the embalming and the mummifying, but really honoring still that past that I just had. This isn't like far off past. It's close by, and you know, cleansing in this very honorable way for what you've been through, and not having to choose between love and hate, but just honoring what was and looking forward to what will be, instead of trying to divide everything into these clear containers for, you know, control. And just something, you know, it was an experience and I was a part of it, and now I'm going to cleanse. There's a very deep cleansing going on, and a preparation to be open to receive. And maybe you are moving in with other people, family members, this, that, or the other. I feel like people tried to help you before and you just weren't interested. It wasn't the right time. But throughout your time in your life, you've planted seeds to have particular people around you, Cancers, that are willing to help. Again, whether this loss is of a person, place, thing, or a relationship. But there's definitely part of the collective that is possibly going through separation. Okay, we have here big, bold vision as we're getting ready to close out for the Cancer Collective, and what you want wants you. And what a beautiful message. I don't know if you can see that. Heaven sent, anyway. Heaven sent, Master number 33. I've never seen this card in this deck either. Incredible. So as this cycle of life and death, with a Scorpio, or just symbolically of a death in and of itself, in this, I don't want to be cheesy and say rebirth. It's almost like a reemergence of being open to receive as this is going on in your whole holistic house of being through the Cancer Collective. With the Fool and this big, bold vision of for your future, it's building time. You're building it. You're doing it. People are here to help you. Yes, you want to do it on your own. Maybe you were not open to receive from before. And it's admired that you're willing to do it on your own, but also receive supportive help. Like, you know, keep that balance that was over there, because what you want wants you. So being very clear through this cleansing process that I feel will help to clarify your clarity, help clear your clarity of what you want and what you nurture, Cancers, so that when you are home, when you share a home, you're not pulled apart. You're being lifted. Right? And that's how this feels now in this swap. You're being lifted up. And other people, people from spirit with the heaven sent, are lifting you, are helping to like lift you out of this dunk tank of something that you may have been through. And I feel very proud I feel very proud being a guest visitor in the Cancer Collective. So perhaps feel proud of yourself. Okay, Cancers, I'm going to leave it there. And until next time, as always, thank you for being my muse. The links are below to help a gal grow, donate, or request your own reading. And otherwise, I will see you next time. Thank you.